Hello, friends. Welcome to Block Bytes. We all know by now the power of blockchain can radically transform traditional finance, be it payments or settlements, crypto, or more appropriately, blockchain technology is on its way to disrupt the complex and centralized world of traditional finance. Recent examples include JP Morgan, DBS, and SBI digital asset holdings coming together and testing Aave on Polygon for foreign exchanges and government bond transactions. Coin Corner and BitNob teaming up to create cross-border transactions via Bitcoin Lightning Network. And the comments of the CEO of BlackRock, the biggest asset management company, that the next generation for markets for securities will be tokenization of securities. But are there other areas where companies are looking to use blockchain technologies? And will they use Ethereum or some other blockchain? Let's try to find out. Before we look at other areas, I feel it is important to address the second question first. Here, the competition is not between Ethereum or Solana or Bitcoin, but between public or permissionless blockchains and private or permissioned blockchains. Unlike public blockchains like Ethereum, private or permissioned blockchains are not open to the public. Access is restricted either to a fixed set of people or is given on a case-to-case basis. Enterprises have to decide whether they want to use a public blockchain infrastructure for their project or build their own private blockchain. Let's start by looking at some pros and cons for each. The pros for public blockchain include having a decentralized and distributed infrastructure, open and easy access for everyone, pseudonymous access, which means that the address will be revealed for every transaction. The cons or the disadvantages, however, are the lack of technology maturity, security and privacy, and scalability. Compared this with the private blockchains, the main advantages of having a private blockchain is that they are centralized, regulated, and because they are centralized, they are faster and scalable. However, the disadvantages of private blockchain include security concerns, and the biggest one, which is interoperability between different blockchains. Looking at these pros and cons, neither one comes through as a clear winner. The decision to use either will depend on the enterprise, its goal, and the use case. A study was done by Ernst & Young in 2019 to find out what companies think about this. According to that study, 66% of the respondents were planning to implement private blockchain projects in the next 2 years. But there were considerable interest in public blockchains too. 41% were interested with no plans, whereas 35% were actively planning to use them in the next 2 years. When asked how likely is their firm to leverage public blockchain networks in the future, 75% said that they are likely to consider public blockchains in the future. I also found this interesting infographic on a website called Blockdata, and it shows the top blockchain technologies currently in use by the top 100 companies. The data here appears to corroborate the EY study. We see a lot of projects by companies on private blockchains. However, we also see projects on Ethereum, the only public blockchain on this list. Matter of fact, Ethereum is second only to Hyperledger Fabric in terms of preference. it is quite likely that companies may slowly move to Ethereum as they realize that their biggest cost will be setting up and maintaining their own distributed infrastructure. And this is the biggest advantage Ethereum has over private chains. Ethereum's blockchain already exists and is available for use. It is decentralized, secure, and robust. All right, let's move on to the first question now. What other areas besides finance do we see companies trying blockchain technology? I found this interesting graph which captures the growth in blockchain market by region and gives projections till 2025. According to this data, the global blockchain market is projected to grow on an average by 67.3% to reach a value of 39.7 billion US dollars by 2025. Clearly, there are other industries implementing blockchain. A 2019 survey done by Deloitte throws light on industry adoption of blockchain technology. The graphic clearly shows that every industry is deploying projects on blockchain and intends to increase its adoption going forward. Here, the other category of industries include automotive, travel, hospitality services, higher education, government services, agriculture, and aerospace and defense. The survey done by Ernst & Young in 2019 also asked industry leaders what they considered as possible use cases for blockchain tech within their industry. And this is what they said. The one umbrella under which all of these use cases fall can be termed digitization of assets. And since this is exactly what blockchains do by creating either fungible or non-fungible tokens, every asset, including your identity, can be digitized. And so we see why there is such an interest by different industries in adopting blockchain technology. Before my final thoughts, I wanted to briefly touch on the disadvantages of public blockchains we saw before and how the Ethereum ecosystem is tackling it. One thing is clear, since 2019, when the survey was done, a lot of technological advancements have been made within the Ethereum ecosystem. This includes Ethereum moving to proof of stake, which will not only improve the decentralization, but also address its security and robustness. Scaling solutions are maturing and their adoption is increasing as well. Work on privacy is underway using zero-knowledge technology. And we can see Ernst & Young itself collaborating with Polygon to bring privacy to Ethereum using its product Nightfall. All these changes target the key disadvantages that were shown in Ethereum before. Beyond the world of competing layer 1 and NFTs and market meltdowns, there is a clear undercurrent of actual industry adoption that we do not see. I feel that industry adoption is only going to increase, and with the improvement in decentralization, scalability, and privacy, Ethereum will see the most adoption amongst public blockchains. I do not think that the ever cautious enterprises are ready for other layer 1 solutions like Solana, Avalanche, or Cosmos, as from their perspective, they do not possibly possess any advantages over Ethereum now. But by the time they do, Ethereum would have already solidified its position as the go-to public blockchain for enterprises. I hope you like this video. Relevant links are in the description. Consider liking and sharing, and I will see you later with another fresh bite. Thank you.